speculation topic. I think this has been taken down on the Star now, actually, but we collated it beforehand. This is from the Star, right? The one we got here.
No, this is a different one. This is a different. So originally, the Star had it that the thing was 20 million debt paid off for stadium. And the article gone. Like, I tried to find it to put it in the document. It gone. It disappeared.
So this is cited from SheffieldWednesday.news, but I do believe they're taking a lot from what the Star originally did as well, if I'm right in saying. But yeah, we'll cite it as we see it. And this is the article that follows. Finance expert discusses possible Sheffield Wednesday takeover after Dejphon Chansiri reveal. Sheffield Wednesday fans on social media have been discussing a potential takeover following the latest Dejphon Chansiri reveal. Earlier this week, it was revealed that Sheffield Wednesday, we've said Sheffield Wednesday owner enough, thank you, has settled a huge amount of debt held against Hillsborough. Chansiri has paid off £19 million worth of debt, leaving himself with little under $7 million to pay and clear the debt held against Wednesday Stadium. It comes after a summer in which Chansiri has earned praise from fans. He got Danny Rill signed down to a new contract and also facilitated a positive summer transfer window, with £3 million being sent on Ike Ugbo alone. Since the news about Chansiri settling so much debt, some fans have been speculating on social media that Chansiri may be preparing for a possible sale or possibly putting the club up for sale. Given his verdict on a possible takeover, football finance expert Adam Williams told Sheffield Wednesday News, quote, clearing the decks ahead of a takeover is a strategy some owners pursue if they want to get the best possible price. Debt is a liability that sits on your balance sheet. The fewer encumbrances for a potential buyer, the better. Look at it as if you are buying a house. You may want to fix the leaking roof before putting it on the market. Alternatively, you could pass the cost on to the next owner, which would reduce the fee you receive but also save you from spending money on the fix in it in the first place. It depends on what Chansiri's strategy is and whether he's looking for an exit route. Either way, it's a step forward for the club. Whilst it doesn't necessarily imply that he's looking to sell Wednesday, it is good housekeeping and reduces the interest burden, end quote. Right.
Now,
the reason we bring this topic up, as well as people speculating on it, go on, I'll add to it in a second. You say what you're going to say.
Is it that he paid it off, or is he just paying the interest off and then getting another mortgage on top of that? Because a lot of the time, people only pay the interest off the mortgage. They don't pay a huge chunk of the actual mortgage. So is this him just paying interest off, or is it actually debt being paid off?
It's also a case of, like, I want to talk more about that. I think he needs to pay. If it's debt, it's debt. So it's not like some people that praising him, he needs to pay the debt that he's caused. You know, it's the Roy Keane, it's his job sort of thing. But it's also a case of, like, there's been some signs that Chansiri might be quietly looking for an out anyway. If you look at some of the patterns, and I actually think one of the most recent patterns is the fact that he hates the old owl, right? He hates everything about that to do with Sheffield Wednesday. But he's doing so many fan things like that, the owl situation, that he's against, just to try and balance the books, bring more money in by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Right? So would he be going against his principles or things he doesn't necessarily like in the club to just clear the money if he saw it as his baby still? Do you know what I mean? So there is sort of like, if he's loosening on some of those things, maybe he is looking for strategies where investors could come in, and I think he'd still want a piece, but I think it's coming to a point where he's not going to want full grasp eventually.
I think for me, the issue you've got is with anything that comes to Chansiri, we have to, like, think about it really smartly and how we say things, because at the end of the day, we've been burnt, but we've also had a really good bit where when we don't hear from him, things are going well. When we hear from him, things
I think
go
he's been
down.
fantastic this season, I've got to say, and I can't believe, like, I'll probably get some pelters for saying that, but I think he's done everything right this season.
He looks like he's on the verge of having a good start to this one, backing the manager, making sure the right people come in terms of coaches and stuff. yes, ticket prices and shirt prices are still insane, but I think that football as a whole now.
Not putting out statements, just doing the bare minimum. There wasn't a high bar, Chansiri, but you bloody met it. Keep doing it.
Yeah, it's actually been quite nice not to actually do a video this year on any of those statements because it was ridiculous last season.
Why do you think we jumped on this topic? We've not been able to speculate in ages because Chansiri has been quiet.
I think we have to see what happens with it. It could be that could it also be that he's just learning as a business owner of a football club now, and it's nothing to do with speculation. Maybe he just learned I need to do this now a bit better. Who knows? But with Sheffield Wednesday,
he might not want the interest to pay. This could very simply be a case of he's paying off the interest, because if the interest gets too crazy, then you end up with more losses than you need. So he might as well pay it off now before the interest gets insane.
That's what I was thinking.
Because obviously the thing is, inflation is costing a lot as well at the minute. So interest rates are through the roof anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, there could be that, but it is worth mentioning because people have speculated. Finance experts have been talking about it. Could he be balancing the books? We know that he was interested. We know that last season he was more open to hearing the reasonable offers. And I think a couple of chances came in again. I don't think we've had anybody seriously come in that weren't chances.
I don't think we've had anyone who seriously come in and actually sat down and shown him the money. And I think that's the thing he's waiting for.
If I'm going to speculate and take a wild punt, Jake, I think the Red Bull thing was for us, and then they got Leeds.
See, I actually think this is the same as well. My theory is we offered 5%, they offered 10%, and they went with the 10.
Because we were cleaning house and doing everything as a Red Bull strategy. So I felt like it was coming. And then it's really weird that Red Bull do come to Yorkshire, even though we've designed ourselves like a Red Bull club slowly over the past sort of 6 months, like we're building towards something. And then the last minute, a club that hasn't done that, the sponsor goes there. So I was like, I feel like something might have happened along those lines.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, I think he is open to more, but it is nice to not be worrying about my football club so much at the minute. Long may it continue, and if a takeover does happen, let us know what you think about a potential takeover in the comments. Actually, it's not something we spoke about in a while, so it'd be interesting to know what you think.